Good evening, ma. Reena Parveen, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good
Yes,
evening,
ma'am.
Dr. Gayatri, ma'am. Your voice is not audible, ma'am. Sharp at 5:30, ma'am. No, ma'am, you are not audible. Gayatri, ma'am. இல்லை. Good evening, ma'am. Now I make you as the presenter. Please try, ma'am. Unmute your mic. Dr. Gayatri, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, Rina. Gayatri, ma'am, if you don't mind, please exit from the meeting and rejoin again. Now it's okay, ma'am. You are audible. Please try, ma'am. Gayatri, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible? Ma'am, am I?
Yes, yes, ma'am, you are audible. Shall we start the program, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. We shall proceed. The presentation is clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Yes. Yeah.
Vanita?
Ma'am, shall I start?
You can
Yes.
start, Vanita.
Assalamualaikum. And good evening to all. On behalf of the management, principal, faculty members, and students of Dasim Bibi Abdul Qadir College for Women and Department of Computer Science, I welcome you all for attending the knowledgeable one-day workshop on blockchain as a career. Prayer is the mean of sustaining a faith that at times can grow weak. The power of prayer is enriching, uplifting to hear our Almighty speak. May I now call upon Ms. J. Maukuba Banu, third BSc Computer Science, to invoke the blessings of the Almighty.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is for Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, the master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who incurred your anger, nor of those who are astray. Sadaqallahul Azim. Surah Fatiha, verses 1 to 7. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Thank you, Maukiba. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Never neglect an opportunity for improvement. Look for the opportunity in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. Now I would like to welcome Dr. P. Sendil Kumari, Head in Charge, Department of Computer Science, to address the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Reena Parvin. A pleasant good evening and a warm welcome to one and all who present here. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose welcome address on behalf of our management, principal ma'am, director sir, and faculty members of computer science department. I would like to welcome you all for this one-day workshop on blockchain as a carrier. Blockchain technology does not often stand by itself, but is usually mentioned in conjunction with cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is a remarkable cryptographic achievement. One Bitcoin is equal to 49,21,732 rupees. Gayatri ma'am will explain more about Bitcoin and blockchain technologies. It is more secure way of money transactions. We are delighted to have you with us to present on the topic blockchain as a carrier. I would like to welcome our resource person, Dr. B. Gayatri ma'am. Welcome you ma'am. She is the Associate Professor of Department of Computer Science of Bishop Heber College Autonomous, Trichy. She has completed her BSc Physics at Srimati Indira Gandhi College, MCA at Shanmuga Art Science Technology and Research Academy, MPhil at Kurinji College of Arts and Science, and PhD at Srimat Andavan Arts and Science College. Her title of thesis is A Hybrid Approach for Enhancing the Metrics in Green Cloud Computing. She has 13 years of teaching experience. She has published 24 articles in journals and she has published 74 research papers. She has acted as the resource person for 30 events. She has received 30 awards. International Women Innovator Award, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Lifetime Achievement Award, International Pride Women Award, Nari Ratan Award 2020. She has published 2 books, COVID-19 Unbelievable Environmental Changes Seen Since Lockdown, and her second book is Amma Kavidai Toguppu. She has acted as the reviewer for several international journals. We are really proud to have you as the resource person for this one-day workshop, ma'am. Thank you for accepting our invitation to act as the resource person. On behalf of our college, I would like to welcome different staff and students from various institutions. Thank you one and all who present here. Over to Mrs. Reena Pawan.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, is Sar is here? Ma'am, Senthil ma'am. Sar is here, ma'am.
Yes, Reena Pavin. Principal ma'am and director sir have some other works. You can continue.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Next, I would like to welcome the resource person, Dr. B. Gayatri, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Bishop Heber College, Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli. Over to you, ma'am.
I thank God Almighty for making this day a realistic one to meet all the budding aspirants here. I'm very much grateful to be on behalf of the institution and in the CMBV Abdul Qadir College for Women. I'm very happy to be among the budding aspirants, and I wish to thank the administration for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Dr. Sumaya ma'am, the principal ma'am, I extend a heartfelt thanks for her. And I wish to thank the director, sir, Dr. Irfan Ahmad, sir. And I wanted to have a bunch of thanks to Dr. Setil Kumari, ma'am, head in charge Department of Computer Science. And we are here to see about the workshop which is going to be on blockchain as a career. So another 1 hour I'm going to deal with this. Hope you all going to have a wonderful time out of this. Ma'am, my screen is visible, isn't it, ma'am? My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, you are visible and voice also very clear.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And blockchain as a career is going to be an important milestone in your life, I hope, because this is ruling the world now and which is going to be for a sustained amount of time. So blockchain as a career is very important right now these days, out of which we are going to have a very great future. So this is going to be our today's agenda. This is our today's agenda right now. So why blockchain as a career, and what is blockchain and how it has emerged, and who are the hiring blockchain professionals? And blockchain, which is going to be the most sought after job role and
Excuse me,
essential
ma'am.
skills to get started. Yes, ma'am.
Your screen is
Yes,
not shared, ma'am. Your PPT is not visible.
if it is not visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, we are talking about blockchain as a career, which is important one nowadays. And blockchain as a career, which is going to be the ruling word in coming days. Yes, we are going to hear everywhere about blockchain, and when we are going to practicing in that, we are going to excel more. And this is going to be our today's agenda. Why we need to choose blockchain as our career? What is the need? And what is blockchain we need to know, and how it has been emerged, we are going to see. And next, for hiring the blockchain professionals, we are going to see. And blockchain, which is going to be the most sought after job roles and essential skills to get started with the blockchain, and tips for blockchain beginners and the references. And why should you use blockchain as a career is the first foremost thing we'll be getting in our mind. We have some reasons for that. It is going to be the number one emerging job of 2021. It is going to be the emerging job, and not only by 2021, it is going to roll out for many years. So professional networking platform LinkedIn Unveil is going to be the emerging job. It is the emerging job. It is giving the report by 2020, which puts blockchain developer as number one of all the 15 emerging jobs which has been listed in the LinkedIn. The blockchain stands first. It is a report done by LinkedIn, which is going to be a very important professional networking. And then emerging technology of Industry 4.0. The blockchain and crypto field has only existed since Bitcoin's inception in 2009, which has been the inception in 2009, meaning that there are relatively few experts and lower barriers to entry compared to others. That is another important one. And 33 times of demand. Demand for blockchain developers has grown consistently from 2017 till date, and it will grow further also with 33 times due to increasing budgets by governments, the corporates, and startups in the blockchain. These are all the main reasons. It is the number one job given by LinkedIn, an emerging technology of Industry 4.0, and the demand. And now coming to the point, what is blockchain? So blockchain is actually internet of value, financial internet. Blockchain is actually a distributed ledger governed by a peer-to-peer network, And data integrity is the value proposition of blockchain. And any data on the blockchain is immutable and cannot be modified or manipulated. It is very much important. And blockchain is a multidisciplinary field which deals with concepts of cryptography, game theory, and distributed computing. It's a multidisciplinary field. And transactions on the blockchain are pooled as blocks, and blocks are chained together with hash pointers, which is more important to be noted. And transactions can be triggered by a smart contract, a self-executable business logic. The transaction is going to be triggered by a smart contract. It's going to be a self-executable business logic. And this is the emergence of blockchain, how it has been emerged. The Web 3.0, Industry 4.0. Industry 1.0 concentrated on volume of data, and Industry 2.0 concentrated on velocity of data. Industry 3.0 concentrated on variety of data, and 4.0 on veracity of data. What mixed actually? So coming to Industry 1.0, the volume of data, the data storage was the prime focus. Storage alone is the prime focus, and most of the initial companies, they worked on increasing storage capacity. They wanted to increase their capacity. And coming to Industry 2.0, they concentrated on velocity of the data. The internet era pushed the boundaries of data sharing, TCP/IP protocols, and worldwide web infrastructure facilitated better speeds. They concentrated on the speeds. And 3.0, variety of data. With mass adoption of IT systems through cloud and access through mobile phones, varieties of data got created and data analytics prevailed. There comes the variety of the data. And Industry 4.0, veracity of data, data security and integrity has become a priority. It has become a priority one with increasing digital transformation of businesses. And what next now? Value of data lies in its availability. Yes, it is available. Accessibility, yes. Analytics, yes. And authenticity. That is what we want. And here comes the blockchain use cases. We can see in two different ways, the financial sector and the non-financial sector. Financial sector.
Numerical and statistics algebra and calculus. Next வந்து தமிழ்
Excuse me.
English.
Audience,
Value education.
mute your mic. Kavita,
Participants, kindly mute your audio.
you continue, ma'am. I have muted.
Financial sector, yes, ma'am. Financial sector and non-financial sector. In both the things we can see about the blockchain use cases. And coming to financial sector, the banking services, that is international transfers, peer-to-peer lending. And coming to capital markets, we have trade finance, chit funds, crypto exchanges. And next is the insurance industry, the client processing. Coming to public sector, the digital identity and direct benefit transfer. And when we look at the non-financial sector blockchain use cases, supply chain management, healthcare, in healthcare, the electronic medical records, telecommunications, university academic certificate issuance done with blockchain, and land records and digital identity, everything is under non-financial sector blockchain use cases. And who are all the people who hire the blockchain professionals? Many people. And these are some of them: Facebook, Deloitte, Microsoft, IDS, IBM, KPMG, Cisco, Tata, Consens, Accenture, Amazon, Infosys, UI, Morgan Chase, Tech Mahindra, and BCI, and many more are there. These are all the things which we can see on the job site. The website carries page. You can see all these steps who are hiring the blockchain professional. And the blockchain engineering roles, we have certain roles there, and which is mainly based on the experience, how much of experience they are, and depending on that, the blockchain engineering roles are available. And we can see a blockchain developer who is having experience of 1 to 3 years. And he's responsible to write and deploy the smart contracts or chain code as per requirement expose APIs for front end. And next comes the experience of 3 to 5 years, the blockchain full stack developer or a blockchain backend developer, and who is going to be responsible for managing teams of front end and back end to develop and deploy the blockchain network and apps. He's responsible for that. And when he is getting an experience of 5 to 8 years, he becomes a blockchain project manager. And this is the way I told we can take it as a career, because when the experience is stepping up, as the experience grows up, our designation also grows up according to a chain. And blockchain project manager responsible to drive the project development as per schedule throughout the DApp or enterprise application development cycle, which is of experience of 5 to 8 years. And coming to the blockchain product leadership, these are the leaders who actually drive an experience of 8 to 12 years. He is becoming a blockchain solution architect, responsible to develop the blockchain application architecture for a given set of function specification of a product or a project. And next, with experience of 12 to 15 years, a blockchain product leader responsible to design the product features, go-to-market strategy, and roadmap. And we have the blockchain technology stack also. And what that stack says is that the application layer, service layer, network and protocol, infrastructure layer. An application layer, the customer interacts, business logic and user interface design. With the user interface, the logic, the application integration, the programming language, we could use of Python, C++, Solidity, and Java. And services layer, here the blockchain services to enable operation of the application connection to either the technology, some other technology, how we could relate. The multi-signatures, the trackers, the oracles, wallets, digital assets, connectors, digital identity, distributed databases, smart contracts, distributed file storages, event managers, everything comes under the services layer. And next we have the network and protocol, the network participation requirement, base protocol, and method consensus. And we have the permissionless and permission. We have two types. And permissionless, the Bitcoin, the blockchains, we have the side chains, the proof of the stack, the proof of the work, and everything comes under permission. We have the Ethereum and all network protocol stack. And next we have the infrastructure layer. Here the blockchain is termed as a service or in-house infrastructure to operate the nodes. And what we do here is we compute, we store, we network, virtualization happens, and mining is done as a service here. And what are the skills we need to become a blockchain developer at the start to take the blockchain as a career? So talking about the programming languages, Solidity, Go, and JavaScript. These could be a minimum basic programming language we need to know. Go language helps more to work in this blockchain. And we have the essential skills, the full stack development, that is AngularJS, MongoDB, because they expect a full stack developer. Full stack developer in the sense, we all are aware of this particular term right now, a complete handling of the project. So he needs to have experience and knowledge about the front end, the back end, and other steps also. So coming to the full stack development, AngularJS, MongoDB, LevelDB, Node.js, React.js, API integration, etc. It is sort of the skill to take it as a career. And blockchain platforms from Ethereum, Hyperledger, Quorum, and R3 Corda. And coming to the industries where we can focus on this, the information technology and services, BFSI, enterprise applications, financial services, government, technology, everywhere we use these particular steps. And tips for the blockchain beginners. If you're a beginner, how to have step in. What are the tips we'll be able to supply? Upskill yourself in the blockchain. For example, the Conscious Academy, the Linux Foundation, Course Era, Blockchain Council, and many learning platforms are offering courses on the blockchain. We'll be able to make use of that. Number two, join blockchain developer communities. We have many communities for the blockchain developer. We'll be able to join in that. For example, LinkedIn, the Slack, the Facebook, they have the active blockchain developer communities like Blockchain India, Hyperledger, Hyderabad Developer, eCentrum, etc. Like this, we have many blockchain developer communities. When you are able to join in that, you'll be able to get all the updates. And number three, we need to keep trying to code smart contracts. That is what we need to do. We need to try to code. Plenty of open source code repositories and developer tools are available to start writing your first smart contract. That is the third step. Since the conception of Bitcoin in 2009, a lot has actually happened. A blockchain was not actually a new technology. By the time Bitcoin was invented, in fact, the technology has first been proposed in 1982 itself. It would take over 30 years, however, for the technology to see some widespread adoption. And today, many companies they are investing in the blockchain technology and going to provide us a secure ways for storing data. And it is going to be used for much more than just cryptocurrency. And getting familiar with this field will be able to having a very valuable skill set. And the demand for the people is actually very high. The blockchain skilled people demand for very high. And due to its many fields of application, it's looking to hire those who have the skills set to navigate this new technology. Of course, just like with any other fantastic job opportunity, not everyone is cut out for this. You must acquire or have the skills that set you apart and make an employer want to trust you with their investment. It's purely because of the investment. And tips to start the blockchain career is the increasing popularity of the blockchain for various practical use cases has resulted in rising demand. And here we have the simple outline of the best tips. And first have the learn blockchain fundamentals. In order to start your career in this domain, it is essential to understand and learn what these fundamentals are. They include the understanding of how the technology works and how it benefits and what are the use cases and what is meant by smart contracts and the concepts of networking, cryptography, consensus mechanisms, decentralized application we call as DApps. And these fundamentals, they not only improve the basic knowledge, but helps in building the foundation for understanding its practical uses. And next comes the understand data structure and develop programming knowledge. Due to blockchain's complex structure, it is essential we need to know the data structure. We need to learn it. And also, the programming expertise is also mandatory in order to become a blockchain developer. And we can learn any programming languages, Java, Solidity, C++, Python, JavaScript, Ruby, C Sharp, etc. But we need to remember that the fluency in one of these is very much essential. Next comes the focus on learning blockchain security. Blockchain learning is incomplete without learning security features. Therefore, we need to learn McCultree, cryptographic hashing, private key and public key, cryptography, etc. We need to learn the blockchain's inherent security features, what are the inherent security features and what are all the associated risks. And we need to understand the best security properties for the blockchain infrastructure. In order to become a blockchain developer, we need to know how to mitigate the security risks of the blockchain. And next comes the argument profile with hands-on experience. If we are a beginner, we need to learn blockchain fundamentals and get involved in an internship or any entry-level position in a startup to identify our interest areas while learning on the job. That is more important. And we need to attend webinars. Where we are here now, it is one of the webinar which is going to frame yourself and which will give you a pinch of ideas. If you are thinking of a career in the blockchain space, we need to attend free and paid webinars where we can prove to be really beneficial. And such webinars can provide an introduction to the world of blockchain. It can explain the functional and business knowledge related to blockchain. Very much importantly, it keeps you up to date regarding the latest version and announcements which are taking place. And we need to participate in many events and the conferences. That is the next step we want to do. The interest in the blockchain space is booming and showing no sign of slowing down. It doesn't show any sign of slowing down and will not happen because of its necessity. And if you want to get started in this domain, particularly, it is important to find your way around the industry dynamics. Thus, attending events and conference can help you develop your industry knowledge and see industry leaders and blockchain enthusiasts all around the globe gather at events and conferences where you can get more knowledge and join the professional courses. If you're a beginner in blockchain but passionate about learning, in that case, you need to have the blockchain certification course is the perfect choice. And such courses, they provide you a complete understanding of the technology and it's going to offer valuable tips that ensure you that you have an in-depth understanding of blockchain and its implementation. And when the certified candidates gain the ability to solve real use case scenario in the blockchain applications. And who are all hiring? We have seen the companies and where are all we are hired. First of all, we need to explore who these potential employees are. And we have the 4 significant players in the crypto job market. And in industries, these are the big companies like banking and accountancy firm, oil and gas insurance, retailer, law officers. They wanted to keep up with the technology. So they hired them. And startups. These are independent businesses and products created since the invention of blockchain. It has been started. And tech firms, these are the companies that have the most to lose in case of blockchain tech. Takes over the world. As they try to shift to a decentralized system, they need all the expertise they can gather. And coming to the governments, many governments have been hiring crypto experts to advise them. And several governments are warming up to blockchain due to its many advantages. And blockchain professionals are high in demand. They're completely high in demand. What are the career opportunities? We have already summed up with the experience. And here we are going to have a short go through. And probably wondering what these jobs and careers and what if they are available. And let me answer that as you walk with me, here are some of the positions. The blockchain developers with the expertise to help companies explore blockchain platforms which are high. And the blockchain development might be the most marketable career path today because people are eager to realize all the benefits of blockchain. And the individual, they require absolute attention to detail as there is a higher ranking position. The blockchain developers are programmers who create applications for the blockchain. And they typically have a lot of experience working with C++, Python, and JavaScript before becoming blockchain developers. And next, you can see about the blockchain solution architect, who has the responsibility of designing, assigning, and connecting blockchain solution components with the team experts such as developers, network administrators, UX designers, and IT operations, who's to develop the complete blockchain solutions. And we have the blockchain project manager. And this individual is entrusted with the responsibility of connecting blockchain projects to experts, whose duty is to develop the blockchain solutions. And blockchain project managers, they need to be equipped with the skills of a traditional project manager. They also need to master the technical bit to understand the technology thoroughly. And we have another important ability is excellent communication skills because it is essential when addressing the non-technical workers. And when they provide the useful updates or when trying to get resources from the higher authorities, the communication stands there. And we have the blockchain UX designer. With the incorporation of the blockchain into so many industries, its design as well as user interface is becoming critical. The role of a blockchain designer is actually shaping a user interface that creates trust and is alluring to the regular user. And these individuals, they need to be able to pay attention to detail, have an artistic touch, but most importantly, they need to be hardworking. As their line of work requires them to spend countless hours behind their computers, they should be ready for this. And next comes the blockchain quality engineer. In any development environment, we have a quality assurance engineer who tests and ensures that all areas of the project are of the required quality. In the blockchain world, a blockchain engineer He plays similar role, but not only by guarantee that all operations of excellence. He has many more responsibility. In other words, they need to conduct the testing and automation of frameworks for the blockchain. And these individuals need to have a third eye as far as payment to detail is concerned, because a small mistake on their part affects everyone using their technology. An excellent communication skill would also go a long way in maintaining the good work relationships. And next, we have a blockchain legal consultant. Of course, as organization try to comprehend, Aarti is raising hand, ma'am. What should I do? Ma'am,
Ma'am?
Aarti is raising hand. What should I do?
Please, Aarti, you will be given time. Questionnaire time, you ask question. Please lower down your hand. Don't disturb the presenter. You continue, Gayatri, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Blockchain legal consultant, they are, of course, the organization, they try to comprehend the adoption of the blockchain into the system's legal issues. They always arise. And as companies launches their new technology, they are looking for a legal expertise on what consideration to make while investing. What are the considerations they need to make while investing? They are curious about the implications of their actions, and about how to handle their finances, and lastly, how to manage their identity. Of course, for such an individual, proper communication skills are mandatory. You also need to have a good grasp of your international law, as blockchain is tech without borders. That is more important. It doesn't have borders. It is spread throughout the world. For the same reason, it is advisable that such people master as many universal languages as they can. And they come for the communication purpose, it is better to have many universal languages with them, because it is widespread. It doesn't have the borders. And everyone in the presence, the next one, besides the specific roles of professionals working with blockchain technology, it is also important to know that everyone in the organization has a fundamental organization of the blockchain. Only when everyone has an understanding of the benefits, the key capabilities, the use cases, and critical success factors, organization can fully exploit the blockchain, then only it will be possible. And what are the other connected roles we have means accountants, the public relations, marketers, crypto journalists, managers, crypto brokers, analysts, ICO advisors. These are all the other connected roles. And to check all these jobs available, we need to have a blockchain job site. We need to check it out. Check out the crypto jobs list, as it advertises vacancies in the management, marketing, community design, and many other roles. And if you want to be successful in crypto career, we need to do these things. First, we need to get satisfied. We need to get certified from many things, and keeping up to date with the industry trends. Be flexible. These careers come in many forms, so we need to be flexible. I mean to love the crypto and blockchain. Yes, loving the crypto and blockchain, not in otherwise. And then job, which is not existed before, and which is going to exist from now till 10 years and more then also. And those are the big data analyst, blockchain developer, data protection officer, social media marketers, SEO specialist, commercial astronaut, driverless car engineer, cloud architect, podcast producer, all careers revolving around the IoT. These 10 jobs, they didn't exist 10 years ago, but it is the prominent one nowadays. And in this, we can see the blockchain developer. The top 12 highest paying blockchain jobs in India. And we have a complete report here. And we have comes the blockchain is an emerging job skill in the IT industry. The technological advancement are gradually bringing this distributed ledger technology to the mainstream activity. Things like the decentralized web, popularly called Web 3.0, are coming up to make people powered internet a reality. Blockchain platforms have the potential to support the trusted private transactions with data confidentiality also. According to Gartner, these platforms will be scalable and interoperable by 2023, enabling the smart contracts and the cross-chain functionality across industries. And if you're aspiring for one of the best blockchain jobs in India. The salary package is not the only factor. Other factors of career growth, job security, and reputation makes its career more attractive rather than the salary. Salary also is a very important factor other than the career growth, job security, and reputation, which is going to make the career active and attractive. About the highest paying jobs in blockchain technology, we want to know about the highest paying blockchain jobs. We have listed the top 12 highest highest blockchain jobs, and this list is going to be here. The highest paying jobs in India, the software engineer, and these professionals are programming specialists, and they have a background in computer science, software design, similar technical education with the scientists. The blockchain software engineers are generally employed in areas like smart contracts and banking. To enter into the workforce, you would require a working knowledge of Solidity, cloud technology, and database management. In addition to being one of the highest paying blockchain jobs in India, it's also going to be a fast-paced one with a salary of 570. It is average salary. And we can see the Tata Consultancy, how they are paying HCL, how much they are paying Accenture, Tech Mahindra, and Capgemini, Cisco, Infosys, everything is being listed. We'll be able to see. And next comes the product manager. He's employed in development, coding, and distribution roles. And two primary duties are to lead time-sensitive projects and to manage the development budget. We need not have a programming background, but basic knowledge of coding languages and software will be more useful. The excessive and growing demand makes product managers land one of the highest salary blockchain jobs in India. Besides, the coordination tasks would lie at the heart of guaranteeing product release with a schedule and budget. Management skills are also necessary. Typically, employers prefer engineering graduates with an MBA degree who have prior exposure to the relevant industry. That is the media and advertising, finance, digital currencies, and many more. And it's going to be one of the best blockchain jobs in India. And dealing with money, viewers, and other stuff. Salary is 1,797, which is going to be average salary if given in group. And correspondingly, we can see the companies who are supplying them and how much it is getting different. And next, we have the risk analyst. And it's going to be highest paying blockchain jobs worldwide, and they're concerned with achieving consistency with the local and government laws. They usually work in the finance domain or with the government enterprises. Besides assessing risk, they assist in programming, product improvement, information analytics, and project documentation. The required training offers as per the job specification and Excel proficiency, business sense, and extensive research experience are of the desired qualifications. The demand and salary for this analyst make it one of the highest paying blockchain jobs. And here comes the salary 512,950. And correspondingly, we have with many companies: Credit Suisse, Amazon, EY, JP Morgan Chase, KPMG Consulting, PayPal, and Swiss Re, Franklin Templeton Investment. And next, we have the tech architect. This is going to be highest paying blockchain jobs. Should generally possess a specialized
Ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Gayatri ma'am, your screen is not visible. I think there is some network issues to the presenter. Kindly wait.
Is it clear? Ma'am,
Yes,
audible?
yes, ma'am, you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
audible.
Okay. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
No, ma'am, it's not visible.
Coming in another line for the screen sharing, ma'am. Coming in another line for the screen sharing.
Okay, ma'am.
Crypto community manager, and these professionals, they play a very significant role in the market in the client interactions. And they hire the freshers in the startup, they hire the freshers, but they're looking for the practical exposures. Small organization, they provide a suitable environment for building your capabilities. And next we have a front-end engineer, and it is going to be a front end of any website or application that is going to appeal with the customer or the whether it is an established multinational or a startup. User interface to facilitate the
Excuse me, ma'am. Our screen is not shared, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm giving the thing. I'm not able to join. My joining request is not accepted, so I'm proceeding, ma'am. I'm giving again. I'm rejoining again, but I'm not able to join properly.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, you proceed, ma'am. We will give them PPT separately.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be sharing you the. Once I complete, I'll be sharing you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So next we have the front-end engineer, as we told, is dealing with the customer and the clients. Whether it is going to be an established multinational or a startup, the user interface will facilitate the excellent interaction. And we need to use a software like Sketch, Figma, and PF, which is going to perform our job duties. And besides being proficient UX and UI design, good communication skills are central working with the content, the marketing, and the operational teams for the front-end development. And their salary is going to be rupees of 480,096. Is going to be their amount, average salary per month. And we have many companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Accenture, Sapient Corporation, Accenture Technology Solutions, Capgemini, Freshdesk, Cognizant. And next we have a legal consultant. As blockchain technology is coming under more regulatory scrutiny, companies, they need a legal counsel in the initial stages. As a legal consultant, we need to be responsible for guiding them on how to structure and govern their coin offerings. Additionally, we would oversee the legal partnership and contracts related to the blockchain. And smart contracts are excellent automation tools actually, which can be in a pre-scale terms. Businesses slowly realize the benefits of leveraging this emerging technology for their advantage. The excessive and growing demand makes legal consultants an efficient, highest salary blockchain jobs in India. And we have the drafting legal agreements work, conducting negotiations, performing due diligence, supporting activities of mergers, acquisitions, etc. And the average salary is going to be 58616. Yeah, average salary. And the blockchain project manager is concerned with executing successful blockchain projects in any organization. The blockchain project manager is going to hire to convert the companies into technical knowledge. They plan, they supervise, and implement projects to realize specific goals. When a business is thinking about introducing blockchain, it is an in-house project. The manager is going to facilitate it. The blockchain developer is going to pursue his career in the blockchain development, and the several industries are going to be open for them. It would be best when they brush up their skills in following one, which are all the Microsoft SQL Server, .NET, Ajax, Visual Studio, JavaScript, jQuery, Node.js, REST, neural networks, regression, Agile Scrum, C++, C Sharp, HTML, XML, and many more. These are all the some of the one where they need to be concentrating. And the blockchain quality engineer, as the title suggests, is going to be the ensuring of the quality. And they always been one of the best blockchain jobs, and it is going to be the stuff with the engineering and the MBA background, the degrees, and main responsibility of connecting research and advising on blockchain tools, developing the quality assurance automated test standards, the devising strategy for load performance, and writing and implementing a test automation strategy. And the must-have skills we have already shared: the Python, the Hyperledger, Ripple, Solidity, Ethereum, C, C++, and the mathematical proficiency because of understanding the algorithm, the basics of understanding the algorithm, and acquaintance with the DevOps tools like Jenkins and Selenium. In the blockchain, job salary is going to be very high. For example, 5 lakh per annum to rupees 30 lakh per annum, it goes around. And we need to have a stepwise guide for breaking into blockchain. We need to have again essential comprehension, acquire knowledge of the cryptocurrencies, and build your business acumen. We need to do all these things. And we need to become an engineering expert, understand all the blockchain applications, and we need to augment our profile with the hands-on experience. We need to have hands-on experience, and we need to enroll in a specialized program of all these things. When we are able to work on all these stuff, we'll be able to get on with the blockchain as a very good career for ourselves. And here comes the questionnaire session. And if you wish to consult with me of any of the doubts over here or any of the things you need to clarify, I'm here to answer your questions. Probably, I think I'll be help you with the answers. And over to the audience for the questionnaire.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable, interesting, and informative session. Participants, kindly ask your queries, either unmute your mic or post in chat box. Participants, you can ask your queries.
Aarti ma'am, you raised your hand during the presentation. Now you can ask your query.
You are unmute.
Yes, you unmute. Or type the question in the chat box. Excuse me, Gayatri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The question is.
Vanita is asking, could you tell me popular blockchain trainer?
Blockchain trainer, you can go for many online opportunities are available. You can check out which is going to be feasible for us according to our situation. We'll be able to choose. We have EduRex, we have Udemy, and we have Upgrade. Many people they are providing, and we have a blockchain diploma. Also, PG diploma is available and a separate diploma certification. So depending on our requirement, we'll be able to make up with all these steps. And our requirement of our economical situation and also the time period, how much we'll be able to allocate. Depending on that, we can able to choose. Many online courses are available.
Is it okay for you, Vanita?
Participants, kindly ask your queries or post in chat box.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Ma'am, actually, we know the concepts of blockchain now, ma'am. But I have one doubt. We are applying this encryption techniques in blockchain, ma'am, or any protocol will be used for this encryption.
Yes, we need to follow the algorithms according to our requirement, according to the project what we are working for. We need to work on with the algorithms for the security purpose, which comes under cryptocurrencies. So if we work for the digital certification, it will be very much different with the algorithm when we work on with the identity. For example, our Aadhaar card, our identity. So depending on the where we are working through, accordingly it will be differing. And we need to follow the security based algorithms.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Is it
but
okay?
not encryption algorithm.
Encryption algorithm will be there.
Publicity algorithm.
Absolutely, it will be there. Yes, it will be there.
Okay, ma'am. What type of encryption algorithm will be used, ma'am? Either public key algorithm or private key algorithm.
Yes, for example, if we need to download our Aadhaar card, what we will do, we'll be having our private keys. And when we go for any governmental agencies, like when we need to download our certificates, it will be given by them, the public key. The main password will be given, and after doing that, we'll be able to update some password in certain cases. But in certain banking cases and other things, we'll not be able to give our own. So it purely depends on the project what we are working for. It is a private or public. It purely depends. If we have a legal concern, they'll be having a private key. They will not produce the public key. And when we are working with any concern or any technological corporate company, they'll be having their own private keys. It purely depends.
Okay, ma'am. Depending upon the applications, we choose that
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
types of
yes.
algorithm.
It
Okay.
differs. It differs.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, one more question from the audience. Sandhya,
Yes, ma'am.
Sandhya has asked, could you please tell me what are the qualifications for a big data analyst and blockchain developer?
Blockchain developer is the first one. As I have shared in the screen, it is going to be with experience of 1 to 3 years. It is the blockchain developer is the first base one. So after getting experience, we'll be moving on with the other steps, blockchain architect, and like this, we'll move on with the as the experience grows, we'll be moving on. The first step we need to step on with the blockchain developer. Is it okay, ma? Clear?
Sandhya, it's okay for you? Okay, ma'am.
We need to join as a blockchain.
Another
Yes.
person, Vishnu Priya, has asked question. Can blockchain be hacked, ma'am?
There is no possibility of hacking a blockchain. There is no possibility of hacking a blockchain.
Okay, any other queries? Over to you, Reena Pavin. You can continue.
Okay, ma'am. Next, I would like to call Mrs. B.A. Hadijit Mahira, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. On behalf of Department of Computer Science, it's my immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks in this occasion. First of all, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. S. Sumaya, in her absentia, for her continuous support in all our activities. And then I extend my thanks to Dr. M.S. Irfan Ahmed, Director Research and Industry Institute Relations, in his absentia, for his guidance in all aspects. Furthermore, I am very much thankful to Dr. P. Sendil Kumari, Head in Charge, Department of Computer Science, for all her possible efforts to conduct this workshop. Then I wholeheartedly thank our resource person, Dr. B. Gayatri, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Bishop Heber College, Trichy, for making us occupied in an intellectual environment. Then, dear faculty members and participants, I thank you all for your cooperation and active participation. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am.
Participants, thank you for your active participation and kind cooperation. Once again, I thank you all.
Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, team. And I wish to thank the organization for this wonderful opportunity. And I wish to convey my apologies also as because of the technical difficulties. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation.
Participants, kindly fill your feedback form, which is in chat box. After filling your feedback form, you may leave from the meeting. Once again, I thank all.
Thank you, Marina Pavin.